as many tennis stars in Malaysia as we do badminton and squash stars?
No, I don't think that's the case at all. I'm a firm believer that Malaysians can do anything, and we are capable to be in the top 100 if we work at it. What is required is the commitment, perseverance, and persistence to do that. You have to be strong, physically, mentally, throughout the journey. That's true in any sport. I agree, tennis in Malaysia doesn't have the kind of profile that squash and badminton have. And that's because of our history. We've won a lot in those sports. And certainly that's
You have
what we
reached
need to
your
do
destination.
in tennis too. Because once you win, then it attracts other people to come into the sport. But actually, in the world, tennis is the biggest racket sport, by far.
Yes.
It is the richest racket sport. Because if you win the Grand Slam, the winner takes home $2 million US. You don't get that in badminton, you don't get that in squash. And the reason why, it's much more challenging, of course, is because of that. Because the prize is so big that your competition is going to be tougher. But we should be able to go through that whole process and show that we are as tough as anybody in the world. Looking at the kids that we have currently, I see no reason why we can't do it. I think they have talent. It's a matter of honing their skills, exposing themselves to varying conditions, different opponents, and learning from the coaches that we have. We have fantastic coaches, so they should learn from them.
Okay, do you think that our youngsters, they need a Malaysian tennis role model like Dato' Lee Chong Wei is for badminton, Dato' Nicol David for squash, Alex Yong was for Formula One? Do you think we need a Malaysian tennis role model?
Well, before them, there was none. The icon for the sport. So they should work hard. They should think about what they are doing. It's not just for themselves, but that they can be the magnet for so many others that can come to the sport and really make the sport thrive.
Do you think that breakthrough will happen anytime in the next decade or so?
Yes, I think that it is possible. We're already seeing, based on some of the changes that we've made, that our players are able to compete at a higher and higher level. It takes time. I'm not saying that you will be able to jump straight to, being in the top 100. That's tough. But, you need to understand the competition at all the different levels. And, right now, the players are ranked over 1,000. Well, I can see that some will get below that very shortly. The ladies' side particularly actually has shown a lot of progress. The men's side has got a big competitive field. They have to work harder, I suppose, in order to be able to change anything.
Now, one of the most common issues when it comes to developing talent in any sport here in Malaysia is always funding. A lack of funding or sponsorship hampers efforts to travel to local circuit tournaments in other states or even neighboring countries that host open tournaments that not only exposes you to fresh competition but also helps with your global rankings. I asked Mr. Mirzan if the LTAM has taken steps to do anything about this.
Yeah, we have our tournaments because our tours held in so many different venues, and obviously it requires you to travel, requires to have accommodation. But there are usually between 100 to 150 participants in each of these tournaments, and they find accommodation, and the parents come along, the coaches come along, so it's quite a big entourage actually, because they need the support when you're young and they're coming up. Obviously, they need the support. The parents, the coaches are there to make sure that they are playing the way that they were trained. All that is reasonably priced, to be honest. Some states would organize transportation, say by bus or something. So we try our hardest to keep the costs low. But it's the nature of any sport actually that you do have to travel to the venue of the competition, and there is a certain amount that you need to have in order to be able to play the game. It is not as expensive as you think, because actually tennis, people